Now that she's older and the budget is bigger, she's ready to spoil her man. Oh, no, 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 no. Dynasty, you need a man to spoil you, honey, okay? I hate hearing a woman say she wants to spoil her man. Men do not want to be spoiled. You want to find a man that's going to spoil you. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is a continuation video from Love is Blind season 10 cast reveal. This is going to be based in Ohio, and this time I will be talking about the women. The last video I did was about the men, and it just was so long. I didn't realize it was going to be that long, so I thought I would do a separate video for the women. Let's dive right in. So first up, we have Amber. The first thing I thought was, wow, she has a lot of hair. That's big hair, but she's beautiful. She's 34 years old and her occupation is nurse practitioner, and she is an Aries. So guys, you know what they say about nurses, right? I don't believe it, but this is like, I don't know if you guys know what people say about women who have the occupation of being a nurse, but unfortunately that occupation doesn't have the best rap. But that's neither here nor there. So, okay, she says, with a 7-year-old daughter at home, Amber is looking for a supportive and loyal man to join their family. So hearing she has a daughter, I do feel like people that come on Love is Blind that have kids, unfortunately, it's never really worked out for anybody that has a child. I don't know if you guys have noticed this pattern, but normally it just doesn't work. And I don't know why. I feel like Love is Blind is a very tricky experiment for people that like already have children. So we shall see. So she says it's one thing to travel or do fun things with someone, but that doesn't matter as much as being there for me when I have a horrible day, she says. Amber has always been hardworking and ambitious. Obtaining a master's degree while raising a toddler is no small feat. That's pretty amazing. Like, I don't even have a master's degree and I have no children, and I couldn't even do it without a child. So for her doing that with a child, kudos to you, Amber. Like, I know that wasn't easy, but that's amazing. So it says she believes in giving it your best no matter what. She wants to welcome a similarly driven guy into her homey life she's built with her daughter, as long as he doesn't mind which side of the bed he sleeps on. If Amber finds a compatible bedfellow who also isn't a slob, she'll happily share her domestic talents. She says, I make homemade waffles and syrup on Sunday morning and would love a partner to experience that with me. Oh my. Amber, I might have to come over for these waffles. That sounds so nice. So yeah, I have a great impression of her, but once again, it's tough for people that have families and come on Love is Blind, or sorry, have a child and come on Love is Blind. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, now we have Ashley. She's also very beautiful. She is 34 years old and she's a claims manager, and her sign is she's a Virgo. So it says, fiercely loyal, almost to a fault, Ashley always strives to make the people in her life feel supported. But that, she says, is just the Ohio way. Ashley is incredibly close with her whole family, but her dad is her best friend. As long as I make my parents proud, I'm proud of myself, she says. When Ashley isn't hard at work, she's playing golf with her family in South Carolina, an annual summer tradition she hopes to share with her future partner. So far, though, all her romance have been a swing and a miss after 5 years in a toxic relationship. 5 years? Oh my. I'm not going to lie, guys. Whenever people say they were in a toxic relationship, but that it lasted years, I start to look at them like they're a little bit of a red flag, because I'm like, if it was toxic, why were you in it for 5 years? That's a long time. Ooh, that's a long time. Okay, so it says Ashley is aware of her tendency to ignore red flags. Okay, so it's good she is aware. However, one she's definitely not willing to overlook is bad hygiene. The Virgo perfectionist in her jumps out when it comes to cleaning, but her Leo cusp might emerge in the pods with her bold, outspoken, and outgoing personality. Okay, so we love a self-aware queen, as they say. So Ashley is aware of what has happened in the past. Let's hope that, in the pod, she can really choose somebody better, because 5 years toxic relationship, like, that is so long. That is too long. So, okay, next we have Bree. She is 34 years old and she is a senior merchant. The first thing I thought was, the dress complements her skin tone really well. But I don't know about if I would have worn this. Like, I don't like the frills at the bottom of it, but she's beautiful. And I do like the color of the dress, but I don't necessarily like the cut of it. I don't know if it's like the most flattering. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, so it says between her demeaning, what the hell? Between her demanding job and new side hustle of flipping investment properties across the country, Brie tends to maximize every minute of her day. I operate at 100 miles an hour and I'm looking for someone to help mellow me out. Okay, so she's a busybody. She says, while a change of pace might be refreshing, that doesn't mean Brie will go the distance with a guy who isn't driven. The biggest red flag for me is someone who, with a lack of direction in life. If he can't show up as strong and confident to me, I find that really unattractive, especially when you're in your 30s. I find that unattractive too, Brie. I agree with you. If she can overcome her admittedly long list of icks, Brie hopes to spend the rest of her days with the soulmate, enjoying life's small pleasures. Ooh, so whenever someone says they have a lot of icks, I think to myself, okay, that tends to mean that they're like picky. So we shall see. You know, maybe it's a good thing that she'll be in the pods and won't be able to necessarily see icks. I guess she can only gauge what she hears. That might be a good thing for her. Okay, now we have Brittany S. and she looks nice. She's 37 years old and she's a flight attendant. She's a Gemini. So it says, not to sound too cavalier, but Brittany is a very gifted dancer. In fact, she previously danced for the Cleveland Cats. Oh my, that's amazing. Even bringing home a national championship ring as co-captain of the team. That's amazing. While she's extremely proud to have been a part of Cleveland history, she's got her eyes set on the future. Now I'm looking for the real ring. Born and raised in Ohio, Brittany is excited to introduce a fiance to her crazy family from whom she gets her silly and goofy sense of humor. As a Gemini, Brittany says she has about 8 different personalities, but will try her best to only bring out 2 in this experiment. One side of her is a total chatterbox when she's upset. One side of her is a total chatterbox, but when she is upset, she has to take space, so don't be surprised if her pod dates have an intermission. I need a minute to think and then come back to have the conversation. Okay, Brittany seems nice, so we shall see. Then we have Brittany W. Okay, so that was Brittany S. Now this is Brittany W. I like what she's wearing. I think it's very flattering on her, and she's beautiful, so yeah, actually, Brittany's beautiful. Okay, so it says she's a registered nurse. We have another nurse, and she is an Aquarius. Brittany has spent the past year becoming whole after her last relationship and has taken a vow of celibacy that she plans to keep until her wedding day. She's a giving person by nature, and her career as a nurse has only strengthened her capacity to care for others. Brittany is proud to say she's paid off her nursing school debt and is ready to meet someone who is just as hardworking. Ideally, her future partner will be a heavy sleeper, or at least will put up with her habit of hitting snooze. I'm not a morning person and I will have to set like 10 alarms, she says. Brittany may have trouble waking up, but one thing she'll never do in a relationship is go to bed angry. Heading into the experiment, her biggest fear is getting to the altar and hearing her partner say no. But if all goes well, she looks forward to riding off into the sunset together, preferably on roller skates. Brittany seems like a little ball of sunshine. I'm like, riding off on roller skates. Like, that sounds like a fairy tale. She seems really nice. One thing she mentioned about not going to bed angry, I do like. I think that it is a really good thing to try and hash things out before going to bed. So I think that's a really good trait in her. All right, next we have Bri. She has a really nice smile. I don't think that this dress complements her figure the best way it could. She looks beautiful, but that dress, I would have probably worn something else. Okay, she's 30 years old and she's a commercial real estate agent. She's an Aries, and it says it's been several years since Bri was in a relationship. It's been 7 years, since Bri was in a relationship. That's a long time. And she doesn't even remember the last time she went on a real date. Oh my. Nobody has been able to make me feel like they can take all of me, she says. As Bri enters her 30s, she is proud of preserving through the challenges of the last decade. Bri lost her mom, who was incarcerated, to cancer. Oh no, oh my gosh. I thought I read that wrong. So it says she lost her mom, who was incarcerated, to cancer, and then dealt with her grandma's death less than a year later. Oh my God, guys. I can only imagine what that was like. Like, that's really sad. For Bri, keeping herself together in her 30s has been a huge accomplishment. I'm sorry, for Bri, keeping herself together in her 20s has been a huge accomplishment. That is an accomplishment because that is a lot to deal with for one person. Now she's looking for someone who feels like home, just like Cozy Ohio. Her perfect match won't be too sensitive and will accept her tough love language. She says, if I bully you, I really do love you. They'll also need to be able to sit through reality TV marathons. I like Bri, and I also love watching reality TV. It seems like she's been through a lot, so, hopefully she can find somebody in this experiment. Okay, and then we have Christine. She is 31 years old. She's really pretty, and she also looks very tall. Maybe it's just the heels she's wearing, but she looks like she's also quite tall. So she's a speech language pathologist, and her sign is Scorpio. Christine has strong feelings that somebody good is waiting for her in the pods. As a mellow, easygoing person who doesn't enjoy being the center of attention, that belief is why she's taking this leap of faith. But Christine has no intention of settling. I don't just want a husband, I want a partner to do life with, she said. I've gone 30 years without him and I'm ready for him now. To prepare for this moment, Christine has a running list of relationship tips she's collected over the years. I keep track of all the marriage advice I've received from couples that have been together for a long time. She says her favorite is pray for your husband before you even meet him. She's not willing to give up her faith for anyone and would ideally find someone who would attend church with her on Sundays. And she is also a big sports fan. So Christine says that, religion is huge for her. So I guess that's something she'll be looking at in the pods, somebody that is a person of faith. But yeah, she seems really sweet, and yeah, we shall see. Next, we have Dynasty. She's beautiful, and this color is giving on her skin tone. And I love the shoes as well. I like how she put herself together, guys. She looks good. Okay, she's 33 years old, and she's a senior marketing manager. She's an Aries. She says an Aries through and through. Dynasty is an eternal optimist. While astrological pairings have led her astray before, she's willing to let another Leo prove her wrong if the connection is strong enough. Okay, girl. I hope you're not basing any of your relationships on astrological signs, because I'm into astrology, but I will never say, oh, I'm not going to date somebody because they're this sign. I don't know. I don't believe in saying, oh, this person is this sign, so it won't work or it will work. I don't know about all that. Okay, so it says Dynasty is a romantic at heart and known to surprise past boyfriends with thoughtful gifts and experiences. Now that she's older and the budget is bigger, she's ready to spoil her man. Oh, no. Dynasty, you need a man to spoil you, honey, okay? I hate hearing a woman say she wants to spoil her man. Men do not want to be spoiled. You want to find a man that's going to spoil you. That bothers me. That bothers me a little bit, because you don't want to be too giving to a man as a woman. Okay, guys, it usually doesn't end well. And most of the women that are ready to spoil their man, it never ends well. Pay attention. Okay, it says, according to her mom, Dynasty has been brave ever since she was a little girl. Her proudest achievement was living in England for over 2 years while she got her master's degree. That's amazing. It says travel is a big part of who Dynasty is, so she's looking for that same wanderlust in a partner. Besides exploring the world together, she's most excited about introducing her future husband to self-care, like doing a 12-step skincare routine together. Oh my God. Okay, let me not get into Dynasty too much, but 12 steps? Guys, I have a 3-step routine, and sometimes for my birthday or Christmas, people will get me more skincare, and I'm literally oh my God, I have to now incorporate something else into my routine. I'm so lazy. I genuinely find it so interesting when people have 12-step routines. When I'm tired, do you think I'm gonna be I'm so exhausted, let me go do my 12-step skincare routine before getting in bed? You got me fucked up. I don't get girls that do this. What? I will never get it. So, okay, let me stop. This isn't about me. Okay, so next we have Eliza. I love the dress with her hair color. It's complimenting her very well. She is 39 years old. Wow. Guys, she does not look 39. She looks good. She looks good. She is a nurse and her sign is Leo. It says to have a shot with Eliza, you better be able to hang out with her 2 cats and a dog. If he's allergic, he's going to have to get a shot. They were here first. But if you find yourself sniffly for other reasons, Eliza will always be there with your favorite comfort food. She says, I'm an act of service kind of girl. As a true Leo, she can't help but be the center of attention at times, but she's willing to share the spotlight with someone who can make her laugh. In the past, Eliza has struggled to find men who take her seriously. Ooh, that's strange. She says they want to take me home, but not take me home to a mama. Interesting. I wonder why she tends to be giving that off. That's strange. So her own mama tells her she's picky. No flip-flops is a non-negotiable. But Eliza knows her soulmate will be kind and willing to put up with her impatience and backseat driving. I'm just excited about going to the grocery store and cooking together and sitting down and watching our favorite TV show. Okay, she seems nice, but it is strange when multiple men tend to be perceiving you a certain way, like maybe not taking you seriously. I do find that strange, and I think that that's something that Eliza might have to kind of look internally and figure out why that's happening. Because, like, it's one thing if it's one guy, but when it's multiple men, that is really odd. Okay, next we have Emma. Oh, Emma is really, really cute. I love the dress color she's wearing. I think it looks so good on her skin tone. She's 28 years old and she's in retail merchandising. So Emma is a little bit younger because all the girls so far have been in their 30s. I think she's the only one that's still in their 20s. So she might be the youngest girl this season. She is an Aries, and it says, having moved to Ohio for her job, Emma is proud of the community she's created through a 2-hour yoga teacher training and the launch of her own food Instagram account. Emma has connected with plenty of new friends. Now she's looking forward to sharing her favorite pastimes, like morning yoga and cooking a hearty meal on Sunday nights. She says food is her love language. Emma looks very cute and bubbly and nice, so I think she will do well. She seems really nice. Okay, then we have Jennifer. She's 32 years old. She's also very beautiful, but this dress, it's not giving, guys. So all I have to say is she should have chosen a different color dress. I also don't like the way it poofs at the bottom, but I feel like a different dress would have definitely complemented her skin tone a little bit more. Irregardless, she's beautiful. Okay, so she's 32, she's a financial professional, and she's a Scorpio. It says, never afraid to be honest, Jennifer is looking for a strong communicator, one who doesn't mind her constant "that's what she said" jokes. In a relationship with this self-described jokester, there will be plenty of shared laughs, starting with her family's annual tradition of watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Guys, what the F is that? I don't know what that is. I do not know what that is. Okay, let me know if you guys know what that is. I don't know what that is. So it says Jennifer is excited to bring a partner into that fold, especially if they can help with some of her least favorite chores. She says she's a clean freak, but really bad at folding laundry. In return, Jennifer is sure to give her man his flowers, both literal and figurative, as she's all about romantic gestures. Okay, that's cute. Jennifer's cute. I like that. Okay, next we have Jessica, and she is 39 years old. She's beautiful, but once again, that dress she should have chose a different dress, I think. But yeah, she looks good. So she's an infectious disease physician, and she is a Libra. So it says she's also another person that does not look 39. She looks great for her age. So it says family is everything to Jessica. Her younger sister is her bestie, and her parents are the ones who encouraged her to join the experiment. Their one requirement is that her future partner loves Halloween. She says, I have a whole box of wigs at home. While she's ready to commit to a couple's costume, this spooky season fan can get scared when it comes to dating. She says her biggest fear is vulnerability, and she says admitting that I need help or some support can be hard. Okay, well, at least she's aware of that. We love when people are aware. It says Jessica is looking for someone patient and understanding, even when it comes to the constant one-sided conversation she has with her pets. Ooh, Jessica needs a man. Conversations with your pets? I hope Jessica finds her man in these pods. Lord have mercy. We are talking to our pets now. Okay. Anyway, moving on, we have Kia. She's also very cute, and I like this dress. I think it's very flattering on her. She is 31. She looks a lot younger than 31. And it says she's a marketing director. She's a Leo. So it says, a proud passenger princess who has never had a license, Kia is looking for someone successful and driven, and not just on the highway. I like that. Okay, it says nothing revs her engine more than a man about his business, especially because she knows how to handle hers. Okay, so it says Kia counts among her biggest accomplishments being a guest at Harvard Business School, where she spoke at a conference about the cannabis industry. That is amazing. But it's not all work and no play for Kia. Her family would describe her as goofy and bubbly, and she's looking for a partner that can keep up with her banter. She says she needs someone who is as sarcastic as she is. Kia is cute, so hopefully she finds her man. All right, next we have Priyanka. Oh, Priyanka is beautiful, guys. And this dress, it's giving everything it needs to give. It complements her so well, and she's like stunning. Okay, she's 34 years old and she's a recruiter. She's a Virgo. It says, after building a life from scratch in several major cities, it's no surprise Priyanka's family and friends describe her as a socialite who meets new people easily. Despite her social prowess, Priyanka values her independence and doesn't plan on sacrificing it for love. I'm a firm believer that bringing someone into my life is an added value and doesn't complete me, she says. Priyanka admits that the idea that she could be married in just 7 weeks is scary after spending the last 11 years single. Ooh, that's a long time. So that is scary because that's a long time to be single. It says, but she's hoping to meet someone that she can truly count on. After all, according to her parents, finding your person is a numbers game. It is a numbers game, but at the same time, there does come a point where you have to just say, you know what? I found someone that I think is good, and you got to just move forward. But I agree that it is somewhat of a numbers game. So, okay. Next, we have Rosalind. She's 31 years old. She's a marketing manager, and she's a Sagittarius. It says, Rosalind is a Sagittarius who likes to take risks. While her family may say she talks too much, she's looking for someone who appreciates her animated storytelling. In her free time, she writes fiction, from children's literature to romance novels, and wants a partner who she can bounce ideas off of while deep in a draft. Now she's entering the pods in hopes of writing her most personal love story yet. And this one will be nonfiction. Rosalind's parents were high school sweethearts, but her mom set the example of keeping her own hobbies and interests. Okay, so Rosalind has a really good example from her parents about what like a good relationship looks like, it sounds like. So hopefully she can find her person. All right, then we have Tyler L. Ooh, I love when women have like guy names. And this dress it's giving, guys. She's beautiful, okay? Tyler, you did your big one. She looks good. Okay, so she's 33. She also doesn't even look her age. A lot of these women look like so much younger than their age, you know, they look great. So she's a sales leader and a Gemini. It says Tyler admits that she can be a little delusional, but it's only because she's powered by an optimistic spirit. Everything in my life that I've done has been a result of me being bold and taking a little bit of a risk. A proud girl's girl, Tyler started a nonprofit in college to support other women and was the first in her family to graduate with a bachelor's degree. Ooh, that's a big deal. That's an amazing accomplishment. Now she's looking for someone with a calming energy to balance her. I want a soft place to land, she says. But Tyler knows that she'll have to switch up her tactics to find her forever partner. She says, my biggest struggle dating in Ohio is that I don't be outside. She said, I be in my bed taking a nap. My hope is that my man is going to knock on my door someday and wake me. I'm the problem, not Ohio. That is really funny because I feel like I have similar issues where it's hard for me to just put myself out there. And I think with the dating apps and this whole state of the world, people forget that you can leave your house and also meet people. Like, you need to leave at your house, you know? But yeah, Tyler's very cute and very beautiful. So hopefully she finds her person. And that concludes all the women for season 10. To say the least, I am very excited. One thing I'll say is all the women this season are beautiful. I don't think that there should be any issues when it comes to like the reveal. Like there's nobody that I saw that I was thinking, oh no, like, you know, they might struggle with that. If anything, yeah, I feel like there could be other things that go wrong. And then the only thing I'll say is this cast is definitely older, and I do think that will be a good thing. So we shall see. Colorado, which was season 9, was an absolute shit show. But guys, I fucking loved it, okay? I was here for the drama in Colorado. I was here for it. I don't know if this season will be the same. I hope that it's not in terms of them having more successful relationships in Ohio, but I just hope it's also not boring at the same time, if you catch my drift. So let me know what you guys think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be reviewing Love is Blind season 10. The actual season premieres on February 11th, and I am really excited for that. I can't wait. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.